All right. Hey guys. Oh, I didn't even check, TJ. I couldn't have been on much sooner anyway, though. I needed a snack. We had some pretzel chips and pub cheese. It's a good time. But welcome, everyone. Excuse me. I still have no idea who to ban, really, so I'm just kind of picking generically powerful characters that I don't run. Should I even have Crossbones in my deck? Because he doesn't really scale well with the Furies. That's kind of a holdover from last month. Those three are good bans. Well, I'm glad to hear that. Hey, Simon, how's it going? I should have grabbed Toad. I kind of needed these, though. I'm not going to whine about it. Yeah, that's helpful. That's helpful. Probably not, Max. I'm assuming this is related to Usafa's thing. I'm not sure I really want to open those floodgates. Yeah, I don't really have the defenders. I definitely should have grabbed Toad earlier and trusted I'd find someone other than Jen. Hey, Wolf, how's it going? Welcome, Dan. I guess I don't regret that draft pick then. That was pretty solid. Hey, Easy, how's it going, man? Will do, doo-doo. Penny versus Omega Sentinel. If you need a Nick counter, I think Penny gets more from Sig 1, but if you've got some stones sitting around and you like using her, I think overall Omega Sentinel gets more out of it. Holding on to more of her armors is pretty darn good. Yeah, I will absolutely take that time against Absorbing Man in this meta, honestly. And I could have been faster. I'm still learning this. It helped that both hits of the special 2 crit, let's not lie, but that was still nice. I don't really expect to win either way. I think this is the play, but I'm really not sure. Come on. Oh, why did I do that? Yeah, I misplayed this pretty badly. So I was hoping to go for those big incinerates, but wasted the striker too. Okay, that was good. Wait, was the clock missing that whole fight? I just noticed at the end there. That's an old fight. What just happened? Okay, we did get promoted. Okay, that was wild. Yeah, I hope they quit out Freddy as opposed to it being a bug, but yeah. Yeah, for sure, easy. I've never done the Omega Sentinel versus Bishop thing. I know it's okay theoretically once she's duped, but mine isn't. Hey Aaron, it's been a bit. How's it going, man? Welcome, Illusion. I think I can learn to manage crossbones. better in this particular meta, though. I don't think I want to drop him out yet. His utility is still, I think, too good to lose. But I could have drafted significantly better that last one. Hey, Martin. You weren't kidding. Good luck, Wolf. Yeah, easy. He is fun. I need to get back into practice with him. Oh my god, it was Carl. Well then. I'm guessing from the way you're saying that it wasn't your first or second, so I'm sorry. Okay. I'm criminally stupid today. Oh. I knew that was possible. That was some shenanigans right there. Take care, DJ. Press all the buttons. Basically, that was literally random bullshit go, and I was hoping it would confuse the AI, and it did. Okay. Well, that was silly. Um... Hey, Infamous, how's it going, man? Jerk. Okay. Penny, thank you. Too close. Alright, how'd Negs do? Yeah, I think that was both of us forced into non-ideal matchups. Which is one of the reasons I wasn't being too aggressive. Taken by Toad in one special one. Ooh, yeah, I bet that would do it. Best autoblock RNG I've ever seen. Best autoblock RNG I've ever had. That does not normally happen, Magnus. Yeah, you too, Wolf. That was an interesting draft. Hey, Jason, how's it going? Do I have Sam in my deck? I don't. And I should... There's so many champions I've thought about, because House of X is probably pretty good, too. I just don't know who to take out. I feel like that's always my issue. These days, anyway. I haven't... He's not bad, though, because he messes with the first armor break. I don't know, man. Yeah, for sure, Infamous. Crossbones? You do think you would take out Crossbones. Okay. If I do that, I just need to remember to draft Toad more aggressively. But honestly, House of X can probably handle a lot of the matchups that he's good for. That Valkyrie does scare me. But Ghost is Ghost. Not confident in this one. I think I literally would have taken all 5 of those first round if I could. Well, a couple of them came back. Hmm. Yeah, I would have done Mephisto too. It's an excellent chance we lose this one for not banning 2 broken rank 4s. Let's remember Conflictor. Or they might be doing that. Excellent. Bravo, Tommy. Yeah, no, I know Scorpion's good here. I just don't like to bet against Archangel. A really good close, but yeah, I didn't think we had the speed. He just stalled too much. It was close, but that's all right. Really annoying. I was trying to get the falter on cooldown. Now we get it. Alright, we lose. Come here. Yeah. I knew I needed it earlier. Where's the timer? I don't know. That's... Okay, I'm not imagining it. It's been happening. It would be nice to have the timer. But that's okay. We lost fair and square, and we know why. Is Reed a good option on defense? Eh. I don't think so. Can Toad finish Scorpion with 45% health in this meta? Probably. Yeah, it is, Mong. Um, Actually, this doesn't make sense. I'm really torn on Black Panther because his special 2 can absolutely end things, but he's harder to use in power gain. Yeah, I know CGR is good enough that I should probably be running him. I just despise him. Masacre probably does great things, but also has some conflictor issues. Why? Because I just think he's boring. Slayer knows. I-Bomb isn't great because of inequity. Like, he's okay on defense. But that's about it. Hmm. I'm a little skeptical that a Sig 20 rank 3 Rintra is really gonna hold down the fort. Maybe I should be running Kingpin. Juggernaut I'm willing to try. Sure, why not? Can always trade them out later. If Surfer's burst damage scaled with Furies, then I would absolutely be running him. He'd be insane. I appreciate that, Walrus. I have options for Rintra. I'm not worried about him. Says 0-0 masteries. I don't think I have any saved, Danksor. So it just uses my default ones. Yeah, I mean, if that wasn't the default, then we'd probably have gotten a stream of angry people asking why they went into Battlegrounds and parry stopped working. It'd be pretty silly. Longshot is okay on defense. You have to make sure the opponent doesn't have Torch, though. Oh, duh. Um, weird. I realize Blade would have done this better, but future Ant-Man is a dimensional being. I find it so difficult to reparry Quicksilver. I think we have enough time to get these shocks off. Jerk. I don't know if we win this one, especially because my timer disappeared, but we'll see. Cool. Yeah, no, Quicksilver is very rude, Pika. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure either, Easy. It's, it's a weird helmet. It's mainly the jaw that's concerning, right? This will be a tough one to win, but it is possible. Unduped is going to help. Cool. Feel pretty good about that. Hey, TJ. Got my butt kicked in the last one, but I'm doing okay. I made a couple deck changes. I know I should try to get better at the game, but I got tired of mistiming the decks up to special one and just use Spider-Gwen. Honestly, Bleezy, that counts. That's using a counter. Her dex is tough. That is kind of a disturbing thought on the helmet. Yeah, Scorpion's amazing, Matt. I've just realized I can edit stream thumbnails. That's very funny. Well, their rotation clearly did not line up as well as our last opponents. We still would have won, but ouch. That clearly wasn't fun. It's funny, Mom. Yeah, Viv is definitely a nuke. Hey, Jay. Want a match because somebody had 2 stars? I can't believe they're still doing that. That is wild. Somebody does not like science champions. I mean, we know why they did it, but I'm just kind of shocked at the She-Hulk ban. All right, well, definitely picking up Overseer. Given some of the mystics, we might see Blade or Valkyrie. I think I'm going to take Blade. But that's a tough call. Could have been Valk. They definitely have a fair number of mystics easy. Thanks for the skincare ad. I don't choose any ads, yeah, but thanks. Hyper Maw, Hyper Maw. Maw. They banned She-Hulk because they saw what you did with her a couple matches ago. Maybe. Maybe this is a viewer, I don't know. I tend to err on the side of assuming I'm not famous. Okay, definitely a hype there. Could go for Nova to slow things down. It's probably wiser than Penny. Or we could go Chavez and go for the full send. I think we're gonna go Chavez. All right. I think we just start with Maw. That's fine. Alright, well that lets us put Toad on defense. That's not what I meant to do. I meant to do the special one. Thank you. I appreciate it. You feel like it's a real effect from people watching your videos, TJ? Yeah, that's Nick, Matt. Interesting. Come here. It was alright, but we actually needed him to have more power. Yeah, it took too long. Like, it was controlled, but I think it took too long. I could be wrong. Idum does very poorly versus Carl. Interesting, okay. I haven't tried it yet. I just kind of assume that if you can line up the special 2 when he's not in a form, you win. Is it just too much disruption of his rhythm? Is Dragon Man's Sig that potent? I thought Overseer's damage is higher. It's a good question. Oh, wow. That is extremely poorly. Woof. Alright, remind me not to try that one. But also Dragon Man's Sig doesn't work against science opponents, so no, that was not it. I was trying to remember. I knew there was a class lock, I just couldn't remember which one it was. Not that it wouldn't be science, but I just couldn't, couldn't remember exactly what the things were. Too hard to line up with Conflictor and Mystic Dispersion. Got it. Did have to use a couple revives for Herc Boss that had some BS nodes, but other than that, run went pretty smoothly. Nice, man. Congrats. I carried 10 Mystic on my deck a couple of times a couple seasons ago, banned all science. Yeah, I've 100% seen it before. I'm just surprised at the Gen ban. That's really where most of that surprise was. She's good, I'm just used to people not knowing that. Oh, hey, I know that person. Ish. Gotcha, Broom. I was really tempted by House of X there. I think he has significant utility. And it's possible that I just should have taken him. Yeah, I think I actually should have. I'm not worried about this, but I think ideally I would have taken House of X instead of Longshot, and then instead of Storm, I would have taken Doom. And that would have been a stronger draft against our opponent's deck. And that's not just hindsight, that's like I was thinking about it at the time and I was close to picking it, so I should have clocked it. I need to keep that stuff in mind. I was wondering if they'd use Venom. That's a cool pick. Like, I imagine you only want to use it against somebody where you prefer to push them to their special too. Come on, buddy, don't do that. It's actually kind of what I was hoping for. But you can see the difference there in the high sig. Like, think back to how much faster we were against Spidey when it was an unduped one. The extra power gain on the cooldown of the miss really slowed us down. Really good illustration of its defensive value. Thanks, Nah. I knew that there was a chance he'd go red off of that, but I was just hoping that he would heavy afterwards. Yeah, that's not bad at all for what I think is a rank 3 Venom, but because it's Venom, it could be a low sig rank 4. If I had messed up, they could have won that. I'm super conflicted. I almost went Toad. But given that, I think I'm glad I did that, because I know Null can do decently against Nimrod, but it shouldn't be quick. If they had gone Tigra, I would have worried. But I also know if they had gone Tigra, the reason they didn't do that is because then that would have let me throw Teddy on defense. Back off. Please back off. Thank you. Not my best. I hope enough, but not my best. Thanks, Ace. I appreciate that. It's okay, though. My videos are longer. That's not going to be for everyone. I don't do a face cam. And I maintain that that is absolutely my choice, but it is something that makes people feel like they can connect less with me. It makes people less likely to click on thumbnails. I don't do regular content because that would burn me out, and I would probably have to choose between doing that and competing in this game at a high level, which I think is important to both my job and my channel. I've made my choices and I'm at peace with them. Yeah, Nimrod is a staller. Yeah, the regen is really solid on him. I don't understand why so many people gave Idum crud for having that sig. Like they're like, oh, it's a 2016 signature ability. Okay, but it was one of the best SIGs in 2016. People were using Iron Man and Superior Iron Man to clear content because it saves you potions. And then it got this update where the opponent can't throw specials at all while it's active? Like, how is that not... I love his SIG. I think it's brilliant. I think it is the perfect update to that SIG. And it just, yeah, it annoys me. Hey TK, any reason why Mephisto Aura doesn't pause absorbing man's form? Yeah, because while Carl is immune to passive incinerates as well as incinerate debuffs, he only pauses when he's immune to a debuff. And I do call that out in the info page. But I get that there is a lot of info on his info page. And so fair question. Yeah, no. I understand. That's not a bad comparison. Hey Robbie, how's it going? Ain't no way someone said that. Oh, I've heard that more than once. It is not a rare sentiment. Yeah, that's true, Noob. That's a good shout out. The unblockable ability accuracy thing is quite good. Yeah, I get why you're thinking that based on Apocalypse. Okay, I think this they have to be running recoil. Well, I don't know. They could have two rank 5s. Who freaking knows? Maybe they have two rank 5s. Because that's not an unreasonable PI for a Sig 4 Carl. I did miss the ghost. I would have done that over CGR. That's on me. Did Doom have a relic? If so, maybe that's it. But I thought he didn't. That's very funny, TJ. Yeah, that would work. Well, yeah, Mom, but that's because the Mystic Doom is overtuned. In my opinion, that's not particularly interesting. Do I go for spot? I feel like it kind of makes sense here. I haven't practiced with him. I'm terrified. Doom has been the best Mystic since he came out? Right, because he's overtuned. His stats are too high for what his kit gives you. Oh my god, did they just try and spam? How dare you, sir? Oh, I know they have Kitty, but at the same time, this lets me do Nimrod. That's fine, do that. It's a good option. I think it's an option I can beat. Alright, if they want to put Kitty on defense, I will figure something out. Conflictor should make her easier. I wasn't expecting that. Hey, Matt. Thanks, man. I actually have a video on it, noob. I would recommend checking it out. I can't... If any of my mods know where that one is, if you can post it in the chat. Because it absolutely takes some practice. But I got a tip for it at one point, and I'm not nearly dumb enough to say I don't miss, but I'm pretty comfortable. Okay, he is running recoil. Gorgeous. Thank you, Bean. Oh, I don't agree with that at all, Mom. I love Idoom's design. I'm probably somewhat biased by the comic run, which I legitimately enjoyed, but I can't think of a better thing to be biased by in this game. Do I have permission to start sending Killmonger to 19 Chavez? My worry would still be reverb, TJ. Since you don't have access to House of X. Like, I'm not worried about taking damage via the indestructible, right? But I would definitely worry about dying to reverb. Vigilante Doom. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yeah, I haven't read to where it like fully goes back yet, but I just it's not going to. It's kind of like when Galactus was Lifebringer, and that was to me cooler. But just comics always revert to the status quo. You know it's coming. You can out damage it. Send the video, I'll take a look. When will Hyperion's right wrist be fixed? I understand that that bothers people, but spending valuable art resources to go back and fix somebody that old is not terribly likely. Okay, he has a CGR, he has a Mephisto, he has a Korg, he has a Nick, he has an Absorbing Man, Quicksilver. Rank 5 Surfer is not surprising from NY7, but Korg and Thing. Keep it in mind, we have options. Ooh, the Blade Band. Somebody likes putting their spot on defense. Any overpowered champs I'm a fan of? I enjoy Nimrod. I still think he was a design mistake in a few places. I enjoy parts of Doom. That just doesn't take away from the fact that he probably should not have been released in the state that he was. Like, overpowered stuff is fun, but the problem is if it's truly overpowered, the fun wears off. And it has negative consequences on the rest of the game. And for every single champion that I complain about, there is a version of them that isn't overpowered and is still fun. I'm like so confident that they are just gonna pull freaking Spot right at the last second. Okay, well, that's fine. Yeah, pick Absorbing Man so I can place Mephisto on defense and actually have weapons for your Mystic. Yeah, I agree, Noob. I really like pretty much everything about his art design. If what you're saying is in the comics, Tristan, sure, but that's not how games should be built. Where is my freaking timer? It makes this so much more stressful. I Doom Prophet looks cool, that's it? That sounds a little uncharitable and not particularly productive. Meant the game. Yeah, no, he's definitely overtuned. Like, the kit... I think the kit would be okay. It's just that the kit has so much control that, like, his base attack should probably be reduced, like, I don't know, 30%. And then he should also be less survivable, so him getting through a fight actually says something. I didn't really plan for this, did I? No, that is literally the one thing. Oh my god, why does it do that? Alright. So this one is a loss. Well, that sucks. Dang it, that's not what I meant to do. Would it be too overpowered if Toad's Anti-Purify extended to all class? Yeah, I think it would. It would make him way too strong as a defender, if nothing else. The regen's fine. I could have played it better. None of that matters. The fact is that literally the one character I could not afford to go on defense went on defense. And here comes Absorbing Man, and I time out to my own creation, because the character that I drafted to fight him went on defense. Let's go. Tristan, it's not a bug. Cool. I know, Bleezy, I know. I'm sorry for getting tilted, guys. That, like, it's not a bug, because what causes it is me not picking a defender fast enough. The problem is it is I think it is a design error, right? Because arguably the way it should work is that if I have tentatively picked a defender but not locked them in yet, then when time runs out, that is the defender that gets chosen. I feel like that is what makes sense for us who play through it. Whoever programmed it in the first place, I don't think took that into account, which you can consider an error, but that's not like a bug. It's not somebody. It's just when you're designing things, you sometimes don't think of every possible permutation, and things happen, and then those things kind of have to get added in later. So I do think it should be fixed, but it's not a bug. It's just it's set to random instead of did they select someone? Okay, then that. If not, then random. That's not what a bug is, Dally. Yeah, oversight is a better term. If I didn't say that, that's what I was looking for. No, I don't call that a bug, Dally, because that's not somebody being incompetent, right? That's not a typo. That's not spelling incinerate with an S and then wondering why it doesn't work, right? That's just oops. In hindsight, that would have made more sense. We should have done that. My bad. And so like I will be bringing it up to the team. Um Sorry, one second. Yeah, like I'm gonna type that. I'm gonna bring it up to the team and try and get it changed. And obviously, it bothers the heck out of me. But not the same as a typo. Alright. Okay. Question, could we ever see a synergy where we could select one of Mr. Fantastic's debuffs to be a passive, only one per fight? The thing is that, like, in a strict sense, it might not be overpowered in, oh my god, that's impossible to design around, this is stupid forever. But I don't think we do it because it definitely works against class relationships. And, like, Reed is already built to be looking for debuffs, right? He's already built where he has access to a passive. Like, I've used Mr. Fantastic against Conflictor, against Masochism, because if you line things up well enough, you can still turn those into passives. You can still apply his debuffs. And that's where the fact that he doesn't refresh them, or sorry, he refreshes them, he doesn't reapply them, is a huge strength of his, because once you get one through, that's all you need. Unless you're fighting somebody particularly annoying like Valkyrie or Arcus, who purifies one of everything off of themselves. But that's fine. That's a strength of theirs. But, like, he already has the tools to get around limited Purify, and stronger Purify he probably shouldn't get around, because that's typically a skill thing. He's a science champion. The other reason he probably shouldn't be able to do that, at least not for just his pre-fights, maybe arguably himself, right? And you could even class lock it, like against non-skill champions. Um, when Mr. Fantastic enters a fight, then his active pre-fight, one of his active pre-fights becomes passive, like probably default to petrify, right? Something along those lines. Um, but I don't think it should ever be something he can give to other characters because as much as I love Reed and his design, if there's one mistake in it, it's that the pre-fights probably shouldn't be able to be given to literally anyone in the game. Like there's no limit on it, right? You can use it on villains, heroes, mercenaries, metal, non-metal, any class, no tags whatsoever associated with it. And so that's already so strong that I don't think we're going to see any buffs to it. Being able to parry non-contact hits would be more beneficial for Reed. Big agree on that. That would be absolutely amazing. I would destroy all of the Ebony Maws with him. That would be a very, very powerful synergy. Like that alone is probably worth a 6-star lock on the synergy. While we're on the subject, can we get a synergy for Daredevil Hell's Kitchen, where if he should die, he instead goes indestructible and unblockable for 9 seconds? Why 9? I also don't think we're likely to see many of those because whenever we add one of those cheat death mechanics, then we also have to contend with like, okay, well, how does this interact with Heimdall? Oh, it stacks. Okay, so now this person has to be killed 3 times as an attacker. It's not that we'll never do it again, but it's dangerous. Yeah, War Machine was class locked. Even House of X is too broad. When do I feel like champs started to be designed to fit what class they are in? So there are a few different things on that. Like older champions were designed, quote, to be in their class. It's just that the definition of being in their class was different. It used to be more along the lines of like, this is roughly the things this class is good at, which is very, very different than this is the utility and play style that this class is associated with, and it's associated with this class specifically to make them good against this class and weak against this one. The class wheel in particular was something that had to be codified in the game's life cycle, and I do know when that happened, but given that I haven't been clearanced to say it, I won't. But yeah, there's a champion you can point to where it's like this is where they started thinking that way. Yeah, no problem, Illusion. It's a good question. Matt, I just have one response for you on that one. Learn to parry, my friend. Hey, Jason. I know that is the main thing, holding back people from picking up Reed, so I am being a little bit playful towards Matt, but that is why it has that carve out. Evade doesn't trigger on well-timed blocks. I didn't say try to parry, Matt. I said parry. Kept seeing Reed's big hand, dream of him being able to parry non-contact hits. Yeah, that would be cool. They changed class relationships a long time ago, fan, but when I'm referring to the class wheel, I'm specifically talking about like the utility relationships between them, not just the plus minus. 1 second. Let me get a little bit of water and I'll continue on. All right, I'm back. He is definitely older than Penny. That's funny. Just build power to refresh debuffs. Uh, if Mr. Fantastic was a mystic, that would be kind of interesting. Crosses a bar of power, refreshes his effects. I'm going to give it a 3-2-1 so that he can send the message, and then I'm going to look up and see if not typed maker confirmed yet. I was dropping off a pizza but was waiting to type it. Oh, for sure, Jason. Like I said, I was mostly being playful with Matt because I know where he comes at these things. If you can't comfortably play Reed, you shouldn't. But that is, like, I like that he has that call out, right? It's worlds better than Spider-Man pre-buff, where it was just like, sometimes he'll evade, sometimes he won't. Sounds like Purgatory? Yeah, a little bit. Never knew how complex a fighting system could get when the main inputs are tap, tap, hold, and swipe. I mean, on one hand, I agree, noob, and I've said this a lot, but on the other hand, that's why it's so complex, right? It has to be. Because there aren't as many different buttons as a Mortal Kombat or a Soul Calibur. Who are the good heal block champions without synergies? Um, Warlock, Mysterio, Viv Vision, Doc Ock, Yondu. There are enough that I'm definitely going to miss some, but those were the first few that came to mind. If anyone wants to help me out. I don't even know. Probably should have been Spot. I was not particularly lucky with my mystics here. Not at all. I am terrified of this fight. We might as well try it. we hadn't blocked that one hit, we still would have lost, because we didn't get any of the mystics that can counter these two. Alright. I have had people ask me for friendlies, Usafa. No, there's nothing I can do here. Absolutely nothing. Yeah. This one was just lost in the draft. I think you misunderstood me, Shippy. I wasn't saying that I was worried about, The heck? How did he do that? That one was on me. Yeah, Toad's rank 4. It doesn't matter. They took like 35 seconds at most. Eh, whatever. Does it show who they banned? Yeah. But where the heck were my other mystics? I guess I was really hoping for Carl or Longshot. Maybe I do need somebody else here. It's possible I should be running Wiccan. But he doesn't really benefit from the Furies. I guess if I go to the special too. Yeah, Jugs would have done it too. I don't know, no. Because I was honestly in a place of despair. Because there was no way to win that one. I don't blame the meta when I lose in the draft, but that definitely was some pretty nasty RNG. You hated the draft, why not just use some rerolls? Honestly, because I forget they're there, and this is very early in the season, and I'm in silver, and I feel like I shouldn't be at this point. Maybe it's time to throw Mojo back in, actually. Because he should get the full benefit from his special too, and be really good against Gore and Hulkling, both of whom are clearly giving me some issues. I think I'm going to do that over Jugs. I am banning Torch, you're saying, yeah. No problem, Stover. Okay, they banned Doom themselves. I guess I'm glad I didn't. That's not... I'm sorry, Bugger, that's not what the node is ever going to be. Yeah, that has been processed, Tanksor. The next time we do an incursions thing, it's not gonna be this heavy. Don't worry. Might I ask why? Because because like Scarco said, the RNG is the point. Like that's the purpose of that game mode is to be random. I'm not running any true gallon counters, am I? That's fine. Yeah, this is probably my last one, Martin. Nope, not that. Fine by me. Come on, man. Could have been quicker, but that's fine. I feel really, really good about that round, not just because I'm pretty sure we won, but also because we pulled Gallon off defense. I have thought about that, Bugger. It would be kind of interesting. It would probably be a consumable you would have to pay for. I'm going to say that right now. Same as like a reroll ticket in Battlegrounds. But it would be kind of neat if the system could be built with a way to, if you get to like zone 25 and you see something where it's just, I have no way of dealing with that. Like, I already swapped out the one character that can do that, or I would need a synergy and I can't swap in two people, whatever. And you could just, I don't know if it would be re-roll one node, re-roll two nodes, re-roll like a whole placement, like a set of four of them. I don't know, but something along those lines probably makes sense in the longer lifetime of incursions. Scared when DLL is quiet. Well, that was a tough one. Woo! Got it all. Like that, Matt? I don't think we won that, but let's see. We might have. Yeah, Bugger, this was a monthly thing. This is not what incursions are going to be forever. All right, then. Nick Fury, Falcon, and Crossbones. Shibby! Shibby! Blade is right there. But those three are not bad. Almost like I designed the chant. Yeah. There's a reason that I made it so that the bursts of damage can't have their ability accuracy modified once you're refined. I know I had to make it fair. That's why it's in refined and not just a baseline ability. And it was more for Herc than for Domino, but it's in there for a reason. Normal incursions, you aren't pushing zone 25 that often. Imagine backing out isn't that big a loss. See, that's the thing, Scarco, is that actually I would argue it's less of a loss this month because of the 5-minute cooldowns. You don't have to wait a week to get your good characters back. So I'm not sure I agree there. The other thing is that people used to be going for the 6-star gem, and there's kind of the sunk cost. I'm not going to call it a fallacy here, but the sunk cost issue, because if you're in zone 25 and that's when you quit out, then to get the rewards you just lost out on, the zone 25 rewards, you have to push through zone 24 for absolute bupkis. You get nothing on the way there besides maybe some gold if you have milestones left. And so that stings. So I would argue it pretty much often matters. And I'm not guaranteeing the game will ever go for this, but it would be kind of nice until we were, or if we had some kind of consumable. And that's awesome, Most Fan. I didn't see that earlier. I'm trying to scroll back through chat, but it's going to be really cool to see that hammer. If she had power when I threw that, yeah. Honestly, I was so focused on pausing my forums, Martin, and just generally avoiding dying to Domino that I kind of forgot about the node. I'm not gonna lie. Made the mistake of trying to Nimrod Absorbing Man and BGs. Figured I would just get him to Magma form. Forgot about the energy resist. I'm sorry, man. I probably shouldn't laugh, but yeah, that would do it. I've gotten so much worse at MCOC since I got Herc. That is basically my problem with him. Herc needs mentioning. Whatever. Refuse to believe that Domino's ability accuracy reduction is 15%. I know what you mean, TJ. I've seen the line of code. It is, but woof. Today I learned about his energy refined state being a counter to Domino. Yeah, I mean, the thing is that because his abilities aren't going to fail as often, another thing that people sometimes forget about Domino is that when critical failure triggers more often, its damage is lower. So because Absorbing Man doesn't have as many abilities to fail against her, she will trigger that critical failure less often and its damage will be higher. But if you're in Magma form and able to upkeep it, you do get that 80% resist. So that was nice. 25 Domino with Doc Ock, at least 75% of my stuff failed, 41% fake. Yeah, no, she's awful, man. Yeah, the cooldown thing has definitely come up in the CCP. Like, hey, could you leave that around? Like, maybe it wouldn't be 5 minutes forever, right? But 7 days makes no sense, right? Like, it would still be a real cost if, let's say, 5 stars and up couldn't be used again for, I don't know, a couple hours. Because then that would be like, go home, do something else, come back. But 7 days is brutal. I always thought that was excessive. It feels like something that was tuned for 5 stars and then extended to 6 stars, and I don't think it was ever revisited because Incursions was a node that most people just didn't play. So hopefully this is when we revisit it. See, we'll see. I thought we were getting reduced timers. There was a stream where DLL said, "Is the timer still that long?" It because again, it's something that it annoys me, but we'll see. What are the chances Kabam introduces boosts like Alliance War and Battlegrounds? Hopefully 0, Sniper. Because personally, like, I would take that as a failure. Like, we already have the victory shields, we have the re-rolls, we have Elder's Marks for the solo things. Like, I think that the monetization scheme in Battlegrounds is not only pretty good, but is robust enough and flexible enough that if we feel like we're not making enough money, we could tweak the existing levers without doing something desperate like introducing boosts. Because I think the boosts, as they are hurting war. But I could see them reworked in a way where they actually made sense for war, because then it's like you are paying a little bit for an edge, but it's zoomed out so much. It's not the same. Battlegrounds is supposed to be competitive on a more granular level, and I think that it would be a huge misstep to ever allow any kind of boost in the mode. When is 8.2? If it hasn't been announced, you're not going to hear it from me. Yeah, exactly, Matt. Even a 1 day cooldown would probably be okay if that was the max. Relics RPG's boosts. In a sense, but that's at least something you have to invest in. And it's an investment for your overall account growth, right? Like, that's kind of like saying catalysts are Battlegrounds boosts, which if you want to squint at it, sure, but that seems more in line with it. Paying to turn something on every time you sit down to increase your odds just sounds awful to me. All right. Well, on that note, I think this stream has definitely gone on long enough. I'm enjoying this meta, honestly. This is longer than I normally do Battlegrounds streams. I will do some more later. I also have a tournament match coming up at some point this week. I haven't scheduled it yet with Amanda, but that should be, hopefully that's exciting. She's a very good player, so I feel like if it's not exciting, that's going to mean I get steamrolled. So we'll see how that goes. But until then, everybody, take care and have a good one.